Hi beautiful, welcome to my channel. In today's video we are going to talk about my top 10 products that I have tried in 2022. We're kind of at the midway point in 2022. There's been a ton of beauty releases that I have tried this year, and I wanted to do a little checking and pick my top 10 products that I have tried in 2022 so far. Now this video does not include palettes because I did a separate video ranking every palette I've tried in 2022 so far from worst to best. So if you're interested in that video, definitely check it out right there on the eye. Today we are going to be talking about complexion and lip products, not eyes. If you're excited for today's video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up before you leave, and let's get started. Every product that I'm wearing on my face right now will of course be listed and linked down in the description box of this video. A lot of what I'm wearing are the products that I'm about to show you in this video, but I will of course also have my top 10 favorite products of 2022 listed and linked down below. So, and I'm going in no particular order, the first product I want to share with you that I think was an amazing release this year is this magical foundation right here. When foundation started coming out, I believe it was like during the February-March season, a lot of foundations came out back to back. I tried a lot of them. I did wear test videos on my channel, and I ended up doing a rankings video of how I had liked them. And this one right here came out to be my #1 most favorite foundation that had come out up until that point, and let me tell you, I love it. Still love it. I want to reach for it all the time. This is the #1 the Chanel foundation. I have mine in shade B20, which I've recently realized is more of my winter shade than my summer shade, because I currently have a little bit of a self-tanner tan going, and it is currently a little bit too light for me, so I'm not going to be able to use it much this summer season unless I buy B30. Anyways, the #1 the Chanel foundation is fantastic. My favorite Chanel foundation I have ever tried. It has a beautiful natural look to the skin. It is very thin, very flattering. It does not enhance your pores, does not enhance your lines. It has a natural finish to it and a medium coverage. It is perfection in a bottle. Everyone I've seen talking about the #1 the Chanel foundation loves it, and if you haven't tried it yet and you're looking for a new foundation to try, I highly recommend that you try this one because I think it has an exceptional formula. The only complaint I've heard about the #1 the Chanel foundation is about the scent, and to be completely honest with you, I never noticed it. I'm going to like sniff it on purpose right now to see like how strong it is, because when putting it on daily use, whatever, it doesn't bother me at all. I haven't even noticed it. It has a subtle floral scent to it, and I have to get really close to a fresh pump to even notice it. I have never noticed it when actually applying it on my face. Now, if you're someone who wears fragrance-free everything and you just don't want any scent in your product, obviously don't go for this one because it does have a smell to it, but I don't find it to be strong or noticeable enough to bother me. I always say I don't have an order to my products, and then I find an order to my products. So we're going to talk about the other foundation next, and it is the skin tint from Rare Beauty. I have two shades. I have 26W and 36 Cool. I actually have both of these applied on my face today, and I have an even amount of both applied, which matches my tan right now. 36C is definitely way too dark of a color for me. I'll never get to that level of tan. My regular color was 26W, which was the one I bought, but this one was sent to me. It was a little bit too dark, and I put it on today by mistake. I just grabbed the wrong bottle, and I actually love that I did that because now I know that mixing them together I get my summer tan desired color, which is amazing. Anyways, this is from Rare Beauty, which I haven't even mentioned, and I have loved it ever since it came out. It has a sheer buildable coverage. It definitely covers all of my redness. If you have hyperpigmentation or dark spots, it might not have enough coverage to cover that on its own. However, I do find that it covers my redness nicely It's a super thin product, very lightweight, it's nice and buildable. You can choose to use a little bit, or like I did today, you can do a lot, which gives you a bit more of a glamorous look. Of course, I did not intend to use that much today, but I made a mistake with the shade and I just went with it. It does also have a little bit of a scent to it. Even though Rare Beauty is a high-end brand, this does not break the bank. This is actually a really nice affordable product to have, and ideal, I think, for everyday makeup. I don't think it gives you the most glamorous look, although today it looks really nice because I built it up nicely. But it's just a lightweight, nice to have everyday product, and I just find it so flattering. It doesn't enhance my pores, it doesn't enhance my lines, it has a natural finish to it. Nothing about this skin tint annoys me. I feel like it performs beautiful and it enhances my complexion. If you are a regular on my channel, you know I find wrong things with most complexion products I try because my skin is so dry. A lot of them just don't work for me. They enhance my texture, they make me look dry, etc. And I can promise you that these two right here are the top 2 complexion products that have launched and I have tried this year. I love them. If you want to go for more affordable, more everyday, a little bit less coverage, go for Rare Beauty. If you want something a little bit more glamorous and luxurious, then the Chanel one is perfect. Quite honestly, I love them both and they are above and beyond the rest of the foundation tint type of products I've tried this year. This next product didn't quite come out in 2022. It came out at the end of December 2021, so I'm considering it a 2022 release because I didn't have a chance to talk about it last year since it launched right as the year was ending. It is also from Rare Beauty, and it is this right here. This is the Rare Beauty Cream Stick Bronzer. The color that I use is the color Happy Soul, and I'm obsessed with this stick as a bronzer. First of all, I discovered as of recently that I definitely tend to prefer when contouring and bronzing cream products come in a stick form rather than in a pan, because when they come in a stick form, I can just kind of dot them on my face and blend them out with a sponge or a brush afterwards. Whereas if they were to come in a pan, I have to use one brush to apply and dot it and then a separate brush or sponge to blend it out. So them coming in a stick form definitely saves me a step. Besides that, the color Happy Soul I just find to be a perfect tan color for my complexion. And it's weird because when I first tried these last year, I did a review video, first impressions on them, and I liked the bronzer because it has a fabulous formula, but I wasn't convinced with the color of the bronzer because I wanted it to be more cool tone, because up until then most of the cream products I had tried for my face were contouring products, not bronzing products, and so I felt like I was missing a little bit of ashiness to my complexion. However, now that I'm a little bit more comfortable with this one and I don't have those expectations anymore, I think it's an incredible bronzing product. This is not a contouring product, it's a bronzing product. So if you want to have beautiful, glowy, bronzy skin and you love cream products, this is the one to go for. Plus, even if you don't love cream products, because it actually made me love cream products. Cream products have just gotten so much better the past couple of years. I remember that before we usually only went with powder for things like bronzer and contour and whatever. And whenever a brand would come out with a cream type of product to use in that way, it wasn't that good. Like the Fenty contour sticks, not great. The ones that Anastasia used to have, not great. And so I feel like that put us off of trying cream products on our face. But this new generation of cream stick products that I have been trying, that have been launching, is way above in quality and performance to things we had in the past, I promise you. Long story short, the Rare Beauty bronzer stick is amazing. If you're similar to me in complexion, the color Happy Soul is the one that you need to go with. And I love this not just because it's super easy to apply and blend, but also because it's quick, it's easy. You put it on, you blend it out, you don't need to top it with a powder bronzer, you don't need to set it with anything. It just gives you this really beautiful, glowy, bronzy complexion that is so flattering. It's not sticky, just radiant, wonderful, beautiful. Highly recommend, okay? The next product I want to talk about is also a cream in a stick. This time, instead of contouring, it's a contouring and bronzing stick. And to be honest with you, I have no idea when this came out, and I'm pretty sure it wasn't in 2022, but I just tried it recently. So I tried it in 2022 and I'm putting it in this video. I'm talking about the Cosmetics Cream Contouring Bronzer Stick. I forgot the exact name of it, but I think it has bronzing and contouring in the name. Anyways, this has a formula just as fabulous as the one I was describing from Rare Beauty, but this one does have contouring properties to it. This one does have a little bit more of a cool tone brown to its formula, so you actually get a little bit more shape and definition to your face with this one. It's not as bronzy as the Rare Beauty one. I just use them interchangeably, but for different occasions. If I want to go for more of a summery vibe, a more natural look, I go for Rare Beauty. But if I want to look a little bit more put together, a little bit more glamorous, a little bit more contoured, then I go for the Cosmetics one. The Cosmetics one has a super soft, extremely blendable formula, really nice pigmentation. You also don't have the need to set it with powder. It's not sticky on the face, easy to use, etc. Just two different colors of product. Also doesn't break the bank. Cosmetics, I would say, is an affordable high-end brand, and I highly recommend it. It's amazing. I really love it. When I first started planning out this video and writing my list of favorite products to include in it, this next product I'm going to be talking about was not part of this video. But it quickly became part of this video because, first of all, when I started writing the video idea, I had not tried this product yet, and it just instantly became a favorite of mine, and I knew I had to include it in this video because as of late, I have not been able to stop using this product. I'm talking about the Niacinamide Yummy Skin Balm. This is what I've been using for either primer or foundation the past few weeks, kind of interchangeably. Here's the thing, and I have shade number 3 in this one, by the way. It is a balm that dries down to a matte finish, and it covers all of my pores in such a flattering, natural way. At the same time, it does a really good job of hiding my redness, so then I can just skip foundation and go on with other products, or I can put on a foundation that is a sheer coverage and my redness will not come through that foundation, or I can use it with any other type of foundation on top because it goes with everything. The main thing that I love about this one is how easy to use it is. I just apply it with my fingers, rub it in, and it makes my face look poreless. It makes my redness go away. It evens out my skin tone. It does not make my face dry. It doesn't give me texture. It is the most interesting product that I never knew I needed because there quite literally isn't anything else like this on the market, and it's a product that I see myself using on a daily basis because if I'm doing a no makeup look, this could be my like redness neutralizer, and then I could just do like a little bit of a fluffy brow and maybe a bronzer and I'm done, right? Or if I'm doing a very glamorous, all of the steps, all out type of look, then I can use this in the exact same way as my primer underneath my foundation. It blurs my pores, neutralizes my redness, and everything else that I put on top will look a lot more flawless and seamless. I think this product is totally genius, and props to Niacinamide for creating a truly innovative makeup product because I have never seen anything that performs quite like this, and I'm obsessed with it. I love it. If you have not tried it yet, I highly recommend it. Again, for reference, I used shade 3. There's also a clear one if you don't want it to have coverage, but I will say I love that this one has coverage because my redness goes away. Next, I want to talk about a concealer product, and I cannot believe I finally found a new concealer that I actually like. It has been a struggle. 2022 came with a ton of different concealer releases. We had new concealers from Tarte, Benefit, LYS, Beauty, Dior. I don't remember which others. I just remember doing a ton of concealer reviews on my channel and hating all of them pretty much. The only ones that stood above the rest were the KVD Beauty Concealer and the LYS Beauty Concealer. Now, while I really did like those because I could make them work, they weren't quite perfect for me. But there is a new queen in town. Concealers are female, I guess. and that is the Say Beauty Concealer. Now, I don't just like this one, I love this one. There's barely a flaw that I can tell you about this concealer. It performs amazingly. It is what I'm wearing underneath my eyes today. It has a beautiful medium buildable coverage. I usually put a color corrector underneath my concealer, so I found that I prefer this type of coverage for me. Very thin formula, luminous finish, it's hydrating. My favorite thing is the thin formula. It blends right in. It doesn't crease. I have been setting it with powder ever since I tried it, but I've never seen it crease ever. Like sometimes you put on powder on top of a concealer and it still creases a little bit. I've never seen this concealer crease and I love it. I have mine in shade HB2. It's a little peachy. If I were to be super pale, I would have to go a shade down because it would stop being a luminous concealer on me. But for the spring and summertime, I have loved it. The only little tiny flaw that this concealer has is I don't like the doe foot applicator, because I find that it doesn't pick up enough product. I want more product to come out of the tube when I'm applying it. I feel like I have to go back and like redunk it one too many times, but that is it. That is the only thing that I can tell you about this concealer that I don't like, and it's not in the performance of the actual formula of the product. It's just that I just wish for a little bit more to come out on the wand. Other than that, I feel like this makes my under eyes look beautiful. If you struggle with creasing or dryness underneath your eyes, I highly recommend that you try this one. The formula reminds me a lot of my all-time favorite concealer, which is the YSL Full Cover Concealer, but this one is a lot more affordable than the YSL one. I am obsessed. I am in love, and this will probably be the best concealer of 2022. I honestly highly doubt that any other concealer will come out to take the place of this one. Highly doubt it, because this right here is pretty close to perfection when it comes to my personal concealer preferences. We are going to talk about blushes, highlighters, and lips next. So the best blush that I have tried this year so far has got to be this one right here. This is the shade She's Blushing from Patrick Ta, and I just find this color to be so perfect on the skin. First of all, I love the Patrick Ta blush formula. I love the powder and the cream. I like to use them individually. I like to layer them on top of each other. Sometimes I do it the way he suggests, which is powder first, cream second. And sometimes I do like I did today, which was cream first, powder second. Every time it looks beautiful, and this shade is just so perfect for my complexion. It's one of these shades that literally can go with any makeup you put on. If you do rose on your eyes, it will look good. It will look good with yellow, green, blue. It does not matter. This will match everything because it is a truly neutral shade. It has a little bit of pink in it. It has a little bit of peach in it. It has a little bit of brown. It is perfection in a blush. The best blush shade that Patrick Ta has ever come out with, for sure. I really love it. Love the packaging, love the formula, and I'm obsessed with the shade, so I highly recommend it. For highlighter, I have two highlighters to talk about. One of them did not actually launch this year, but I did try this year. The other one did launch this year. The first one is the not new one. This actually is probably like 3 years old, I would say, maybe 2.5. And it is the Charlotte Tilbury Beauty Light Wand in the shade Pillow Talk. Specifically, this is the lightest of the two Pillow Talk shades. And I am so upset that I didn't try this before. The reason I just tried it recently is because it was sold out for the longest time, so I never bought it, and it just came back in stock. It has not sold out again. I think it's still available, and I'm obsessed with this. I have it on today. I'm going to show you the demo of me applying it. It is just flawless when it comes to highlighting your face because it is highly reflective and it does not enhance your texture. If you don't usually use powder highlighters because they enhance your texture, trust me, you are safe with this one. And this is only if you still want a very glowy highlighter, because it definitely is not for the faint of heart. You will be a glowing goddess with this one. Very easy to apply. You just do a few dots with the tip of your sponge, and then I just like to go in and blend it in with my finger. I just blend it in place, and there's something about the shade. It has this cool tone to it. It's kind of like this silvery undertoned light pink. I love it. It's lightweight. Like I said, it doesn't enhance any pores. Highly reflective, easy to apply. What is not to love about this one? I'm obsessed. The next highlighter I wanted to talk about is from Pat McGrath. This is part of the Pat McGrath and Bridgerton collection, and this is the highlighter in Incandescent Gold 002. Just look at the stunning shade. This is also extremely highly reflective, but it is so finely milled that I don't find that it enhances my pores or my texture either. And I love it. I am obsessed with it. I actually layered it today on top of my Charlotte Tilbury highlighter because I wanted to use them both for this video, and I love the way that it looks on my cheeks. It kind of changed the undertone of the Charlotte Tilbury highlighter to a little bit more golden, but I'm very surprised that these are so good with texture that even layering a lot of highlighter from both different brands, my skin does not look like a textury mess. It looks really beautiful, very reflective. I love it. This is a bougie highlighter. She is a little bit pricey. It has this absolutely stunning embossing, amazing sturdy packaging, and there's something about this Incandescent Gold 002 shade that makes it special. If you have fair or light skin like me, I have tried hundreds of highlighters and I have never tried a highlighter that is quite the color of this one. They're usually a little bit darker, a little bit more champagne. This one, I don't know how to explain it. It has this like silvery gold quality to it that is so special, and every time I wear this highlighter I get compliments. I get asked what highlighter I am wearing, and so that definitely assures me that is a beautiful and flattering highlighter and that I'm not crazy. A lot of people notice it, not just me. 10th and last product we have to talk about today is lip, and I'm talking about lip products from Natasha Denona. I cheated because I wanted to do top 10 that I've tried this year, and I'm going to talk about 2 products, not one, for the lips, so this would be 10 and 11 technically, but they came out of the same launch, so I'm going to count it as one. I'm talking about one color specifically from the Natasha Denona I Need a Rose lip collection that came out, the color Daphne. This is what I've been wearing on my lips throughout the whole video, and she came out with a lip liner, a lipstick, and a gloss. I like that lipstick, but for some reason this year I haven't been wearing that many lipsticks. I've been wearing mostly lip liners and glosses. This glorious glowy lip is what I've been in the mood for, and so the lip liner and gloss in the color Daphne from the Natasha Denona I Need a Rose lip collection is the best thing I've tried for my lips this year so far. Take a look right here at the lip liner. First of all, Natasha Denona lip liners are my favorite lip liner formula, period, because they are very, very long lasting. They stay on your lips like no other, and they're very creamy and easy to apply. So this right here is the color Daphne, and then the gloss of course matches it to perfection. And I like these glosses from Natasha Denona. They don't have the longest staying power, I would say. Like, I've had it on for maybe an hour and a half and I just had to reapply it because I thought it was wearing off a little bit. But I do still love the formula because it feels extremely hydrating. It has this amazing, beautiful amount of shine, the perfect pigmentation, and they are not sticky at all whatsoever. It feels like you're wearing a lip balm on your lips, which I personally absolutely love. So the Daphne color from Natasha Denona, definitely also a must-have release from 2022. And with that one, I'm concluding this video. Those have been the top 10 products that I have tried in 2022 so far, not including eyeshadow palettes. If you're interested in shopping any of them, definitely check the links that I'm leaving you down below in the description box of this video. If you like the video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up before you leave. Also, please don't leave without subscribing for a ton of makeup reviews on new releases and rankings and ultimate favorites, etc. Please don't leave without subscribing. I love you guys so much. Thank you for being here, and I hope to see you back in the next video. Bye.